Hi guys! Okay, so on the 11th of December, I went on my first girls' night out and it was really fun. It was such a good laugh. There was me, my sister, my friend Naya, my friend Katie, and my friend Ashley. And we didn't go far, we just went in the town that we live and for a few drinks and a bit of a dance. So I wasn't too far away. Obviously my boyfriend had Nevea. The about 2-3 days before, I had to use my Medela swing pump, and basically I was pumping milk, but obviously there's a limit to how much you can pump at once. So I was only getting sort of 2 or 3 ounces at a time. So I was putting it into bottles and putting it straight in the fridge. This was only like mainly the day before, but I did 1 bottle 2 days before. And you can keep your milk in the fridge up to 3 days. So I knew that it would be fine for the day that I wanted to go out. However, what I should have done, because my boobs were so sore from pumping, but what I should have done was pumped earlier and pumped, say, my 2 ounces or 3 ounces, put them into freezer bags and put it in the freezer because you can keep that a lot longer. However, I tried to do it all in the 2 days before I was going out, and I managed to get 5 feeds, because she was feeding quite regularly, but it would only be like 2 or 3 ounces. So I had 5 feeds for whilst I was out. I was going to be drinking alcohol when I went out, so I needed to feed her before I started drinking. And I'd say I started drinking around 9 o'clock in the evening, so I gave her a good feed at around 8, and then I started drinking. And from then on, I used the milk that I'd collected the 2 days before. Obviously, I didn't feed her, my boyfriend was feeding her. But those 5 bottles ran out the next day. And because I had quite a bit to drink, I didn't feel comfortable in feeding her the next day. So, out of sort of desperation, really, we bought some ready-made milk, SMA milk, just to see really whether she would take it. And she did. She didn't even sort of pull a face, because sometimes she will pull a face if I'm giving her like a medicine or something like that. But she didn't seem to notice at all. And obviously that was like a saviour really, because I really wasn't comfortable in feeding her and we'd run out of milk. So yeah, she had that milk for the next day, and by the day after that I was okay to feed her again. However, the strange thing is, the day we bought the SMA milk was the first night that she slept all the way through. Now, I'm not sure whether that was just a coincidence, or that maybe she was getting a little bit more from that milk that was filling her up. Because obviously, when you're breastfeeding, you'll know that it does take quite a long time to pump sort of milk out of your breasts. I'm wondering whether when she drinks from me, that it takes her longer and she's falling to sleep before she's full. And then obviously when she falls to sleep, she wakes up earlier or sooner because she's hungry still. And maybe the SMA milk, it was from a bottle obviously, and she was drinking a larger amount, filling herself up, going to sleep and sleeping right through. I don't know. But basically, for the last few weeks, I'd say 2 weeks-ish, I've been like combination feeding. So for most of the day I would breastfeed, and then before bed she would have her SMA milk just to fill her up so that she sleeps through, and it was working. So we were just going to stick with it. But like now I'm thinking that I might go back to pumping milk and just collect a large amount of my milk, give it to her before bedtime and see if it works the same. Because obviously breast milk's always better, but we'll see. However, for those people who would like to go out and are worried about the drinking, I would recommend trying SMA or another type of formula milk, whatever suits you. But it does help, I suppose, if you're worried about whether the alcohol might still be in your system. Obviously, ideally, don't drink when you're breastfeeding. I felt like a night out, and I suppose it was my choice to go out, and it was my choice to have alcohol. Not everyone drinks alcohol. But yeah, if you do, and you would like to have a night out, then you could try the formula milk, because my baby didn't seem to know the difference. Using the formula milk kind of would have been a good idea from the first place, because it would have saved me from being in so much pain trying to pump 2 days before to get 5 bottles. If I'd known, I would have just bought the formula milk and she could have just had that whilst I was out. However, now I know I can do that a next time maybe. But really, since then I've just been breastfeeding her. I haven't been up to much, obviously, with Christmas and New Year. I've been at home mostly with family, so I can breastfeed her. In the future, I'll probably pump and save my milk for when I do go out, or for eventually when I start going back to work. Obviously, that's going to be a better option than the formula milk.